Good morning, ma'am. Could you please suggest some important editorials to read today?
Yes, absolutely. There's a very important editorial in the Hindu editorial section. So come, let's have a look. The topic is the climate is breaching the wall of urban metrics. Now, this article argues that traditional urban planning metrics are outdated in the world where climate change is rapidly increasing the frequency and intensity of disasters. Indian cities and Asian cities in general continue to measure development in terms of infrastructure, prosperity, transport, safety, quality of life, and aesthetics. Now, let us talk about the rising climate extremes, breaking urban assumptions. Cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, even Bangalore, Thiruvananthapuram, and many others are facing unprecedented rainfall, heat waves, floods, and storms. Carbon incentive, unplanned construction, choking waterways, and poor drainage have made cities fragile. Traditional planning fails to account for extreme rainfall, heat stress, flood vulnerability, environmental fragility, water scarcity, health impacts. Now, let's also talk about the Asian floods. The Asian floods as a major warning. So 2024 was extreme. Why? Because floods across Sri Lanka, Malaysia, all these countries like Indonesia, Thailand, and other Asian countries highlight the huge gap between climate reality and urban planning. For example, Sri Lanka received a month's rainfall in a few hours. Bangkok's low-lying geography makes it extremely flood-prone. Indonesia is shifting its capital due to sinking land. These repeated crises show that the climate is crossing the boundaries of what cities were designed to handle. Now let us talk about some numbers. This landslide that killed over 400 people and displaced 10,000 of Colombo in densely populated countryside settlements. In Indonesia, cyclonic storms triggered floods and landslides across Sumatra, killing hundreds and destroying villages and rivers valleys on the steepy slopes. Southern Thailand, including the city of Hatyai, experienced rainfall reported by the heaviest in centuries. The resulting floodwaters were severe, meters deep, while national leaders have also acknowledged failures in warning. In Philippines, typhoon Kalmegi inundated parts of Visayas region, including Cebu, leaving dozens dead and lakhs displaced. Now, all these are examples of how Asian floods have actually contributed to a lot of. Going forward, let's talk about the shortcomings. Inside is patch. Indices like Global Livable Index, City Prosperity Index, or India's Ease of Living Index often ignore climate vulnerabilities. They measure things like economic strength, mobility, quality of life, infrastructure, health, and education, but not the resilience of drainage, floodplains, heat mapping, disaster mitigation capability, environmental degradation levels. Now, let us talk about the UPSC relevance of this topic. Why is it relevant for UPSC? So, it is again very important for GS paper 1. Which is the urbanization part. Then it is very important for GS paper 2, which is governance and policy. Then it is very important for GS paper 3, environment and disaster management. Then it is very important for GS paper 4 also, ethics and public policy. So overall, this becomes a very important editorial. Please, if you want a deeper analysis of this editorial, please go watch our DNA video, and that's it. Thanks for watching.